Alright, so welcome back here on Prime One, and we're still live. We're streaming live on Facebook, we're on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you get interactive with us and share your opinions and your thoughts with us here on the show. We still got some more coming up right here, and we're getting into that conversation. Before we get into it though, I'm still reminding you that tomorrow at the Aviation Social Center, we're having the Hits from Rapid Jersey. It's happening at 12 noon for the grand finale of the match between Liverpool and Real Madrid. You might want to come through. Let's have a good time together. There's going to be lots of activities. We've shared all of that already. So yeah, come through, bring your jersey, let's have fun. And then this morning, the quiz competition with regards to Rapid Jersey is going to be showing on Joy Prime at 10 a.m. And so you want to tune in. It's sports quiz actually. So, you know, we're looking forward to a grand finale. But before that, we're going to be enjoying some quiz on sports. And George Addy Jr. has been doing the most on that. So watch it on Joy Prime this morning at 10 a.m. And make sure you also show up tomorrow at the Aviation Social Center. But later in the evening, we've got the biggest concert happening. And I'm here in the studio with the man who is going to make that happen. You know, it's a concert that you don't want to mess up because Bonzi is already out there doing amazing stuff, and we want to make sure that we crown it all up with a beautiful concert. And I mean, you know what I'm talking about if you hear Bonzi and the man, Bonzi Man.
Hey, you mentioned my government name.
I know, right?
GRE, they search me.
For real? How much do they owe?
Small.
No, they don't just small, so they go take home.
Chinese trip, they make wild though.
Yeah, man. Yes. Small, so they go take them ECG, the water people.
Yeah.
They will close you down small. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, good to see you, man.
Likewise.
How's
man.
it going?
Oh, it's good, man. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, we were supposed to catch up in UK.
I know.
You're busy, you're super busy.
Apologies.
Man. Yeah, man. You're super busy. I understand, man.
We'll be
find a way here.
Yeah, we'll be papa.
You know I'm gonna grab you in here.
No, I'm not so you catch me, man.
But I mean, it's been 20 years, you know, of being unique, being yourself, discovering yourself and doing the amazing stuff that you've been doing. I don't know if you can describe that journey, if you want to put words to it.
Wow, I mean, I think it's a case of just really taking one day at a time. I know it sounds cliche, but my whole thing was I didn't have like a set aspiration, like, okay, I want to be this superstar, you know, at this, you know, short space of time. It was just about, like I always say, I've always taken my artistry or my career as a job, as a day job, you know, and so I'm just kind of elevating, graduating, learning new things, discovering new things, and then, you know, just keep myself interested in it. And I think that's the secret, you know, to kind of just keep growing within it. And of course, it comes with the ups and downs, the experiences, and, you know, in this industry, it's also very flaky, so the promises, you know, the record labels, the people, you know, offering you things and promising you all these kind of things. You learn how to manage your expectations, how to stay grounded, how to make right choices, how to have the right people around you who believe in your vision, who understand what it is that you do, or sometimes see things that you don't see, you know, to help you grow as an artist. It's all about just being able to grow as an artist. You know? That's the gift, to be able to grow within it, and that's what I'm trying to.
How do you position yourself in somewhat an environment or an industry where it looks like you have to be tapping into a few very common things to be the very conventional, to be able to put your image out there? You have a way of doing it. You're not really bothered about how people see what you do,
right?
But what you're concentrating more on is putting out good music and being your authentic self.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Oh man, I mean, I think myself, I give myself enough pressure, you know, so that I don't have to be pressured by external forces or external influences, you know. It's about really mastering myself. I think that's because I don't think anybody gives me more pressure than the pressure I give myself. Okay. You know, so it's about just really focusing on what I'm trying to do, and like you say, try and be authentic. Yeah. And just being observant, you know. I think the biggest thing about being an artist is that you have to really be connected to your environment, to your surroundings, to the people, to the, you know, the community and things like that. I think that's where the influences come from, the inspiration and all those things. And I most importantly, I'm not in competition with anybody.
Yeah.
apart from myself, you know. I think that's very important. Obviously, you see what your peers are doing, and you have to understand that somebody's success does not mean your failure. That's one thing that, you know, especially in Ghana, you know, I think we're struggling with that. You know, if somebody blows up, it means that they've, you know, it's stopping you from reaching where you're going. But actually, it's just opening doors. It's also showing you that this is possible. There are possibilities, and it also allows you to level up. You know, and also creates opportunities for you to collaborate, you know, and to learn new things. So, but it's a crabs in a bucket kind of thing, you know.
You still also feel like that's what it is?
It can be sometimes, because we don't have a lot of resources, you know. Most artists are, before even becoming an artist in Ghana, and they are entrepreneurs. You have to find out, you know, figure out, you know, how you're funding your
project,
studio, videos, promo, all these kinds of, like, there's no institution or no kind of anything that, you know, supports artists in that sense. So you have to figure these things out. And so because there's lack of resources, we're all scrambling for the small that is there in spaces like, oh, you know, sponsorship, or, you know, endorsement, or, you know, or, you know, radio play and all these kind of things. You know, it's like everybody is scrambling, so it can be a bit unhealthily competitive. Or maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but my thing is that, you know, there's room for everyone.
Do you think it's made us a better people in a better industry?
Yes, there's an aspect of that, but that's not the entire story. You know, I mean, Ghanaians and Ghanaian creatives are incredibly creative. We've always found a way. I mean, the last 30 years, I mean, we have influenced the entire world. They can say whatever they want to say about Afrobeats or whatever, but we all know that it started from here, and there's still so much potential to be tapped into. It's just that we don't have the resources and the support in a structured way like you have it perhaps in Nigeria or in other places where, you know, people are pumping real resources. I don't want to say money because it takes more than money, but time, energy, research, and
even the team behind and all
exactly, you see what I mean? So there's a bit of that as well, but then there's always something incredible coming out that's influencing the whole world. I mean, the whole world is dancing to Afrobeats right now, which, you know, is from, but this is the history of Ghana anyway. Sometimes we think these things are new, but it's not. I mean, Fela Kuti's whole kind of thing was built here in Ghana, you know? His drummer, the Afrobeats drummer, he's half Ghanaian. Most people don't know that, like Tony Allen, his mother's Ghana. You know, Bo Taylor was arranging, you know, Fela Kuti's earlier stuff. You know, the best studios, the record labels, Essie Bonds, all these things. Ghana's always been what we call like a burgeoning kind of, you know. So the struggle is there, but also struggle, they say necessity is the master of all creativity. So as we suffer, then more things they happen for you.
We'll make them. Eventually, last night we will make. You've taken time to, as in the process of discovering yourself, being able to put a body of work that, you know, stimulates the minds of people who think alike, like the way you feel, the way you see things, the way you project things, and eventually Bonzi came out. And I mean, incredible piece of work. We're going to talk about the project that we're putting up tomorrow. I mean, the event that we're putting, it's a March Watch event. Everybody's looking forward to it. But how did that process of discovering yourself and making sure that you're able to touch base with nature and all of these things come about, the process?
Oh, Charlie, it's not something that I'm like, oh, Charlie, today, dear, I'm going to be authentic, you know?
it's like that.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I'm just free my mind, you know, like I just feel like there are different facets or different aspects of who I am that I tap into creatively. So sometimes I do the FOK and boys thing, and it's like, some might call it disruptive, but really what it is just reflecting that side of Ghana people where we just the cause, but thinking they behind, you know. And there's certain times when I just want to just like pull back, reflect, you know, kind of be a bit more introspective and think about
and
things
another side of
you know, and just like, oh, Charlie, yeah, cool guy. I just want, you know, I think human beings are allowed to be different things, you know, not every day, you know.
Same thing, yeah.
You see what I mean? So, like I said, for me, I think my real gift, if I can call it that, is observation.
Okay.
You know, I like to think that I'm watching everything around me all the time and everyone. And not in a way like I just suspect people, but it's just like sometimes I can sit down and just watch, let's say, our guy here, and I'll create a whole story about him in my head.
Oh.
About who he is. You know,
Really?
just like some fantasy thing, you know, just to kind of create. Okay, so when you woke up this morning, you know, like maybe there was some small flat or something you had to do with somersault, and you know, just kind of build things in my mind. But this is my way of kind of building a world in my head and staying connected to people and things. You know, that's really my thing. Yeah. And then I kind of bring that to the music. I think if you're in one sense, I make music for myself, but I also feel like if I want people to connect to my music, I have to be relatable. I mean, I have to talk about things that normal, everyday people go through.
Yeah.
You know? And so I have to be connected to the people and the things around me, you know? And that's what keeps me, I guess, if you say like authentic or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just observation. Yeah.
So, how many songs do we have on the album?
Yeah, man. So Bonzi Man, Bonzi is I think it's 11 tracks.
Okay.
And it's crazy. I finished the album, and then when I was ready to release it, first of all, the pandemic happened. Then I realized that the record label that was going to release it, which was actually a Ghanaian, it's a record label that's owned by a Ghanaian in the UK.
Okay.
Who has released some of the most incredible international artists who have influenced music like for the last 30 years. I just realized that they weren't the right fit for me, you know? And so I had to stop everything and just like pull back and figure out how I was going to release the album.
They gave you red flags?
Oh yeah, more red flags. Oh. Yeah, more red flags. You know, a lot of companies also don't evolve, you know, with the times, you know? And so like when you ask them, okay, how are we going to promote this album? Because it's not like your everyday.
Exactly.
How do we promote it in a way that it really speaks on
the purposes
of what the album is about, you know, and I was getting nothing.
Okay.
And also it's like they were just giving me some nonsense, like a nonsense business deal, and everybody I spoke to was not really saying anything that made me feel like, okay,
these are the right people.
You know, so we had to really, and that's when the album title actually started making sense.
Oh.
You know, so Bonzi means Bonzi, like speak up.
Okay.
That's my name, Bonzi, you know. And so then I was like, okay, I need to kind of step up and just be like, no, I can't call my album Bonzi and then settle for
less.
anything. You see what I mean? And that's when the album really started manifesting. Then we did a Kickstarter, like a crowdfunding thing, where we were like, okay, look, the record labels are not really telling us anything, distributors are not really telling us anything. So how about, because this album is for the people, how about the people come and we raise money together to release the album, to do the videos, everything, all that stuff. And we did. It was successful. It's the first successful Kickstarter by a Ghanaian, I don't know, like a West African musician even, you know, and that really showed me that the people wanted the music, the people want to support it, and here we are.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Man.
And so we're going to we'll talk about where platforms where people can actually you know, get to enjoy the music. But let's talk about the event that is happening tomorrow. I'm excited about it. The name M3NSA and
why? and some names we can't mention.
Why?
We can't announce.
Why?
Say uye show. Now if you put different acts, their names there.
For top.
First of all, you go their fee. You for pay. It's not I don't want to pay. But if I will pay, but if I add them to the bill, then it means they're also a special attraction, and you know, and also it's like if somebody pulls out, then it's like I don't have to now come on 2 times stop, you know, telling the story. Oh, Charlie, this guy, Michael Jackson was coming, but I found out that he died 10 years ago, but I didn't know, you know, kind of making it.
There you go.
So, and I thought it was interesting to kind of keep it a bit of a kind of like mysterious, you know. Yeah. But really, look, my phone always rings when I'm on TV. Do you know why? Because people call me to tell me that they are looking at, they can see me on TV. Please.
That's Ghana, yeah.
It's live.
So it's on a live show. Stop calling him.
So yeah, man, and really what it is so for me, one of my main things that I'm a producer, like all the FOKM boys stuff, you know, working with all the artists. Like I like to see myself as a producer first. So basically, the project tomorrow, the program tomorrow, is how I've transformed the music from a studio album to live.
Okay.
With live musicians and, you know, the musicians
and that's
that
the
I work with.
Bonzi Live.
Yes. So it's like, I'm really excited. Like, I've been so deep into the preparation and production of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even forget to like post on Instagram that I have a show.
Yeah.
You know, and people are like, show, no promote show. And I'm like, oh, Charlie, yeah, I'm actually so busy, like trying to, you know, produce such an incredible show tomorrow at Alliance tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to like the audience who have enjoyed it, who have streamed it. The past tense of streaming is streamt. Those who have streamt it to come and hear how the music translates.
Okay, on a live performance and everything.
Yeah.
So we're doing all the songs on the album.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so just this is and how much are we paying for that?
Oh, Charlie. 80 Ghana cedis if you come early, and 100 Ghana cedis if you come after 8 o'clock. But it's you know, I think, you know, it's worth every
exactly.
penny. Yeah.
And
This is a real production. Like, you know, we're doing it proper. I mean, I can't get into things, but it's going to be something special. And I don't think anybody really is putting in that much time and energy into, or of our generation, like into like a live concert. I can say that hands down. So I'm really,
And it's starting at what time?
it starts at 8.
Okay, 8. But I know we're not gonna
Football.
I know we're not gonna announce. Oh God, I mean, come on, we're still gonna make it happen anyway.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. We're still gonna make it happen because the fans love it.
Yes.
They love what you do.
Yes.
I mean, so I am 100% sure that we're gonna have a great night tomorrow night, right?
Yes.
And I also understand that we have names we can announce.
Yes.
But is there any particular person you know that as for this person you can announce the name? Obviously not cupola. I mean, like.
Oh, you just announced a name. Please, I didn't announce it too. Yeah.
Is there a particular person that you know that the person is showing up and?
Yes.
Who is that person? Mensa.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm gonna get in trouble, but please forgive me.
Okay.
I did not say Gasmilla. I didn't say it.
Okay.
I was going to say it, but I didn't say it.
Okay. So, can I say Gasmilla for you? Like, can I say Gasmilla is performing for you? Like, me not can say Gasmilla perform.
Oh,
you know you they talk up.
The line will be clear, so you call me later.
All right, guys. Now you've got a concert happening tomorrow. It's Bonzi Live, and it's going to be an incredible show. I've seen him, you know, do a few things on the thing, trying to, you know, do the live thing on set, live, like doing it live, and it's an amazing feeling. And I want you to come to Alliance Française. That's what we're having tomorrow at 8 p.m. sharp. We begin, and so if you're even watching a match, once you're done, just walk through straight up to Alliance, and then let's all have a good time. I hear there's some fun.
Ice water.
But what's the relationship with Cupola and the FOKM boys? Like, is it still alive?
Man, yeah, of course, man. We have, you know, when the pandemic happened, we had to restructure a lot of things. It's crazy because that's when we got a new booking agent, like for touring and stuff, and then we had to cancel so many concerts. So even now, we are still now catching up with some concerts that we couldn't do. So like from June, July onwards, we're going to be on the road. And we're testing some of the new material and stuff like that. So there's a new project coming as well. So,
I had a few people who thought that you guys were broken up, or you know.
Oh no.
I mean, not together anymore.
No. I mean, we can't. It's like, I mean, you know, he's on the new album. You know, one of the dope songs on there called Bisa. Did an incredible verse for me. We literally were just recording together last week with this. So what we do is that we also like to take young bands or musicians doing something different, and then we produce their projects.
Okay.
Last year we took about 8 musicians from the continent on tour with us. You know, we did about 6 venues together in Europe. So yeah, we're still very much together. We're working on a new project. You know.
Do you guys still think that you've not been able to find the right audience for what you do here in Ghana? Because out there you're well accepted, you know, but here it's like they see you in a different way. Those You understand? Is it a problem you trying to find a real audience?
It's not a problem. I think it's their problem. You know, whether we are going. You know, there's this thing about like, you know, people realize, you know, I mean, maybe a little bit later than most other people, but you know, in Ghana, if you apply comedy, somebody will look at you and say, "Hey, Akwe, we're Jimmy."
Yeah, man.
You know, and it's like the ones they use that phrase, it's almost like you cannot go beyond that, and they can't see that this is a very well thought of concept. Yeah, it's conceptual, you know. But it's also good because that's why the name is FOKM Boys. It's like, I want to use a big word, like it's self-deprecating. It's like we are making fun of ourselves, so that there's nothing that you can say that will offend us, you know. And we have a big audience. We have a big following. That's what I want to do. I'm not worried. But the essence of what we're trying to do, sometimes people miss it. Yeah, you know. But it's all a matter of time. Yeah.
All right, so that's what it is. We're just wrapping up fast for today. But anything you want to tell your team, the love, support, everything they've been doing for you?
Yeah, man. I mean, like to say a big shout out to all the media houses. I mean, KMJ, you have been like incredibly supportive from day one.
We're always going.
You know, to my family, my friends, the other musicians who contributed to the album, to producers, Irene, everybody who kind of has supported my journey, you know, and other musicians, the younger musicians who are doing incredible things that keeps me inspired. Thank you so much. Ochina, Alliance Française.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up, 8 p.m. sharp. 80 cities. Where can we get the tickets, by the way?
At the venue.
Oh, just come through the venue and then you get it.
Yeah, and please, a big shout out to my band, please. Those guys are, Ghana has nerds. And we have to tap into the minds of the young people. Like, these musicians are doing incredible things. So to Theo and Neil and Ted, please, thank you. God bless you.
All right, so that's the M3NSA coming through this morning for that conversation. Don't forget, it's happening tomorrow, 8 p.m. at Alliance Française. Please be there. It's 80 Ghana cedis. When you get to the gate, you just pay and then we'll sit down. We're all going to have a good time together. The Bonzi album is out there. Make sure you go stream it. When you stream it, you understand better what is about to happen because we're doing live with that as well. So please make sure you come through. Let's support Ghanaian music. This is the only thing we can do for our brothers here in Ghana. M3NSA, thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you, bro. And we'll see you tomorrow evening.
Yes.
All right, guys. We still got some more coming up right here on the show. But just we're going to be wrapping up what is going to happen tonight on the Ruby Ring. Stay tuned for that one.
Joy Prime, the ultimate experience.